Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto video. My question of today is, if I were to give you $1 million in crypto, would you keep it in crypto, or would you cash out quickly and buy something else? Let me know in the comment section down below, and since it's past midnight, we're doing these episodes later and later. Sometimes it's 5 a.m. Today, it's like right around 1:30. Make sure you press the like button. Just help me out for the YouTube algorithm. Just why not? And maybe subscribe. You can always unsubscribe. It's worth it, I think. Having said that, here is one thing XRP holders don't want to miss in the SEC chair nominee's opening testimony. So yeah, that whole ordeal just went by. A lot of people asked me for my opinion and what I thought on the matter, which is my opinion, I guess. But all I can say is this was very useless in the sense that there wasn't really anything that we needed to pick up. There wasn't really anything that I was hoping for, waiting for, and there wasn't really anything useful regarding the XRP case. So what we were basically waiting for / hoping for was a little bit of a verdict into how Gary Gensler thinks about things. But this was just a very normal conversation basically, or opening testimony I should say. It really wasn't anything crazy. It wasn't anything at all that you that you missed, basically. In this recent published opening testimony, Gensler doesn't mention digital assets. However, he does allude to them by stating that the markets are changing with technology, which is a good thing, but again, not really specific to XRP at all. Gensler stressed that the SEC's rules have to be adapted to them. Quote, "Markets and technology are always changing. Our rules have to change along with them. In my current role as a professor at MIT, I research and teach on the intersection of technology and finance. I believe financial technology can be a powerful force for good, but only if we continue to harness the core values of the SEC in service of investors, issuers, and the public." So why does that matter for Ripple? Well, it matters because we've seen the statements from Gary Gensler before, that's one thing, but mostly because Ripple has stated a couple of times before that the laws right now, mostly the link actually between the financial world and the cryptocurrency world, are not set properly. Where setting up a financial company is one thing, but setting up a financial crypto company is another, and everything that has to do with finance is already really annoying, but to do with finance and crypto, which you might call the same thing, but I call it differently, is ridiculously difficult. And Ripple has already explained before that they think that the system needs to be fixed to make sure innovation isn't obstructed. Because right now you can't do a lot in crypto because you have the risk of being sued like crazy like Ripple. So even though Gary Gensler didn't directly address anything like that, he did say that, he's here to fix that link basically, and he believes in it all, right? He also believes that everything is changing, which hopefully in hindsight will refer to the Ripple test, which he could be making. Again, we're not sure about anything like that. I'm just thinking he thinks that these technologies are changing and the markets are, which they definitely are, and the rules have to change along with them, which I really think might refer to all the allegations from recently saying that the SEC is too steadfast, that they're not changing fast enough and not willing to adopt, basically. Yeah, I'm thinking that maybe eventually it'll come to fruition. Also, I never understand buildings like this. Like, why is it built with so much open space? Do you guys have any answer? Any architects or any freaking, smart people in the comment section? Like, why are they built with so much open space, just wasted potential? Or is it just like, rather have glass than air, basically, to have more of an inside feel to make the building look bigger? Because I'm thinking, yeah, they could have also left this open, would have been a dent, would have had nothing. Now it feels like a very open feel, but it's still I don't really get that too much. I see it with a lot of companies, and I never understood, but now that I have the chance, I'm going to ask you guys in the comments. Then, Ripple's SRE manager explains how the engineering team worked to ensure RippleNet's SOC2 certification. Read more here. I read through it. I actually didn't understand anything along the lines of why they posted this or why this is important. I really literally do not care. But I guess it's mostly important for people who work there or who care about the workings there. I personally don't, except for the fact that right at the bottom, it's not the complete bottom, but what I read was, I read it from here. Shifting our internal culture to value this kind of formalism did not happen overnight. However, our change management program has demonstrated its value by giving us a process to manage risk, which has increased system reliability for customers. Here's a quick example of how a change may flow through our system. That is, again, a change, right? So this might matter, might not matter, but the point is, you are a Ripple engineer. You are working on a feature for a cryptocurrency exchange integration, and that's already where I think it can stop the whole talk. So Ripple basically has put up as an example, you're an engineer at Ripple, you're just working on some feature for a crypto exchange integration to work with XRP, in my opinion. That's a pretty big thing. But the fact that they put that as one of the key examples here really, in my opinion, must mean that they're working on this quite a significant amount more than they're seeming, right? Or than they're making it out to be. Right now, if I were to ask you what exchanges are coming next for XRP's ODL, I don't think you would have a really good answer. You might think, oh, maybe Bank of America. We don't really know. Yet Ripple is still onboarding members like it's nothing. They're still continuing on like crazy. And it's only a matter of time before all the borders really come together. All the corridors come together. We just recently celebrated the Japanese corridor. I believe even it was today or maybe yesterday. But yeah, it's only a matter of time before all are pulled through. And again, think about it. Ripple is working on it really, really hard. Now, again, the rest of the article, I don't really fully understand why I would care about this. I personally really did not. But, that part got me interested, and I was happy that I read it through just for that little section. Then, okay, I guess let's quickly finish XRP before moving over to the next thing. Gary Gensler set to appear for SEC chairman confirmation hearing. Crypto community optimistic. People were really crazy about them, and in hindsight, I think everything was also, pretty good. I really can't complain about anything. Could I? No, I don't think so. It was pretty good. He didn't say anything negative about XRP. He didn't say anything negative about crypto. He just said he thinks it all needs an update, which, again, could only be seen as a bullish thing, in my opinion. Moving on, though, Canadian Bitcoin ETF issuer Evolve plans Ethereum ETF. Evolve's Ethereum ETF will be denominated in both US dollars and Canadian dollars, which means that we do not have a US ETF for Bitcoin or Ethereum, but we will have a Canadian US dollar denominated ETF. I think that's really interesting. I don't know how they could get that done. I guess North America doesn't have the same rules altogether because apparently in Canada it is a possibility to get this done. But it's a very good thing for crypto in my opinion, unless you're thinking about the huge premiums which are happening over at Grayscale. An ETF, of course, take these premiums away, which means that the prices usually fall. Yes, there's an 1800% premium via the Grayscale Trust, which I still don't really understand exactly how this is all pulling through. Litecoin just posted, in the past month, Grayscale Trust has purchased over 174,000 Litecoin. This is approximately 80% of all the Litecoin mined last month. And they're putting in a lot of work because I personally said before, I don't really get why people right now want to get into it. Like, why would you want to get into Grayscale? Why would you want to get into Litecoin? I'm not really too sure. But right now it costs $319 to buy a share in Grayscale Litecoin Trust. However, its LTC holdings per share are currently worth just $16.42. This means it's almost 20 times more expensive to buy Litecoin via the trust than regular spot exchanges. LTCN shares have recently traded for as high as $496 in November 2020, 38 above Litecoin's highest closing price in December 2017. Although the premium on Grayscale's Litecoin Trust has been drastically cut over the past 3 months, LTCN shares remain an unattractive investment vehicle for retail traders. The trust offers exposure to LTC without investors needing to handle or custody crypto. Nevertheless, its shares can only be sold by Grayscale Investments to institutional investors. The unusual spread appears to have been driven by increasing retail demand for Litecoin ahead of the Mimble-Wimble privacy solution rollout, with Grayscale accumulating $260 million worth of LTC so far. I still don't get why people would be interested in Litecoin altogether. But on a side note, Grayscale acquires almost 35 million XLM as institutional interest in Stellar grows. Well, even though I can't really understand why they would buy Litecoin, I can partially understand it for Stellar. And from a certain perspective, Grayscale is a very nice player as they take away your worries basically for it all. So it's very beneficial in a certain degree to use them and to buy through them or invest in them, I think. Then Ledger Live adds self-custody staking for Polkadot. But before I want to get into that one, guys, go check out Prime XBT. I've talked to you guys a little bit before about why I've been using this exchange, but people didn't understand, right? I use this exchange all the time. Literally all the time for my trading nowadays. Why? Well, at first it was mostly because I hate Binance going down. I just really despise it. So again, it's just pretty annoying. So I had to think of something else. But now I've so gotten used to this. What is it called now? The I guess manual changing of widgets. That's the easiest way I can put it here. I just got a little bit addicted to it, that you can change it in the way you want to. For example, just press add widgets and you can change everything around. This is of course not my own trading account, but a account I have for the recording purposes only. But yeah, I've been ridiculously happy with that because I can put everything in one little section. I like that. So you also have the turbo, of course. I really despise this. I don't recommend anybody to use it because it's not, it doesn't work out for me. The co-vesting is also something I personally am not trying out because I don't really like using other people's money. But the trading is all I'm using right now on here, the margin trading. And again, the fact that you can put a little bit of widgets the way you want them to. Just mess around with it if you want to. There's also a deposit bonus, I believe. I'm not too sure about that. I'll leave some links down below though so you can check it out. And as I said, Ledger, I don't know if I even started to say it. Ledger Live adds self-custody staking for Polkadot. Polkadot is to become the latest token available for staking on Ledger Live as the hard wallet provider vows to support Polkadot's software developments. The popular hardware wallet provider Ledger will add Polkadot to its wide variety of supported tokens as March 4th. Additionally, Ledger will also enable users to stake DOT coins directly on the platform, thus increasing the total number of staking options to 5. So I'm actually going to personally go for that. I don't usually tell you guys too much about staking, but this I am personally going to go for. And if you guys actually want more tips on how to earn passive income with cryptos, let me know somewhere. Because I might make a couple of updates for you guys, just how you can make money for literally having money in crypto. So, if you're wealthy enough in the crypto space, you might never have to work another day in your life. It's possible through crypto. It's pretty crazy, but it's the way it goes. And there's no benefit for me. I'm just going to look up a couple of ways, which I can tell you then. But let me know if you would be interested. I'm not going to, there's no links, no referral links, no nothing for the staking. It's just I can tell you guys a couple of places where you could do it for yourself and how much money you could make with it, just for fun. I think it would be pretty cool. And then Polkadot versus Cardano, a comprehensive analysis. Introduction, well, we don't need an introduction. All I wanted to talk about here was the fact that there's a very big debate going on right now between Polkadot and Cardano. There's a lot of stands, I want to call it, otherwise fans from both sides who've come up in the last couple of days to bash each other. It is ridiculously crazy, and I'm watching with a very keen eye, whatever. But yeah, it's something I'm kind of getting bothered by because I just don't understand why people don't just, it sounds kind of cliche, but why don't they come together and just be happy that these things are developing basically, and that the space is maturing, the process is pulling through, and competition is healthy, so they'll really better themselves if there's other ones around. But people just go hate on another crypto for being bad, or really praise one crypto and hating the other one in the process for being, I guess, superior, whatever. You guys get the picture I'm trying to paint here, where Polkadot users are really severely spamming the Cardano users, which are doing the same thing the other way around for the other project being stupid. And the same thing is being done with Ethereum, where the Ethereum maxis are really putting these both into the ground. And then there's a couple of BNB guys who are also trying, but they're not really successful. Between Cardano and Polkadot, though, it's been really, really crazy. The amount of freaking discussions I've seen recently, it is crazy. It is really, really crazy. But yeah, they both have their benefits. They're really quite different in my opinion. People don't like to see it that way, but I personally see a very big difference. That's also why I always say that there's a good in every single coin out there, which is why you should always appreciate them. But yeah, that was it for today's video. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you press the like button and subscribe, and I will definitely see you guys again in another crypto video. Take care, everybody.